Hello, I'm Manira Gandhi, and this video is about my experience around GCP Professional Data Engineer certification, providing you guidance and tips. Hope you enjoy the video. So I have 18 plus years of experience, and my GCP interest began about 2 years back when a customer procured GCP services, and the projects and the POCs that we were working on were re-architected for GCP. And that's what piqued my interest, especially understanding the power of BigQuery and some of the TensorFlow platform. I planned for my exam in 2020 earlier, but due to the the proctoring situation, especially with social distancing, the exam was somewhat put on hold in that March-April timeframe. So I re-looked at it, and once the online proctoring was available, I went ahead and scheduled in the early June, mid-June timeframe of this year. I've passed my exam and waiting on the certification. I believe it arrives in 7 to 10 days. I enrolled for online proctoring, gave my exam, and had a very good experience. I would say follow the system guidelines, making sure our environment is clean and noise-free. And if you follow the system guidance and all the guidance that they provide, online proctoring is a very good way to give the exam. For the preparation, I started with Linux Academy, a very good course with exam-focused tips. I would also say that if you want to understand the width of GCP offerings, all the offerings, do definitely do the GCP Associate and Architect courses available on Linux Academy or other platforms. What I did was I looked at some of the videos from Linux Academy to give a little more breadth on IAM and other concepts, especially cloud buckets or cloud storage and things like that. Some key concepts that would cover or are covered by the associate certifications. That's what I looked into. Apart from that, I started the Coursera 6-course certification around data engineering, big data, and machine learning on GCP spatialization. I definitely did the quick labs, and I would highly recommend doing quick labs, as well as if you have any your own use cases that you can do along with those quick labs, that would be really helpful. Along with the Coursera, I was also looking at some of the Google documents. So just making sure that I'm looking at the key concepts on Google documents. One of the other things I would say is the other platforms, Cloud Academy, A Cloud Guru, Udemy, those are really good platforms. And it's a good thing if you have time to invest in some of these platforms and especially do the quiz exam practice. I definitely used 1 or 2 of those and did some quiz and exams on those. The other thing I did was going through the Google's machine learning crash course. This is a good course. I enjoyed it, and a lot of machine learning concepts like regularization, bias, recall, precision, all those things are very well explained to help you in the exam. But other than that, also understanding machine learning concepts, it's a very good class. I did do the practice tests on WizLabs. This helps you provide you a deeper understanding on concepts and validates your understanding. Again, overall, I would say Google Documents, go through them, especially around the key concepts, takes notes, and those are very helpful before even the review of the exam. So from the tips, I would say what I started was I read some recent experiences of folks that had passed with the certification. So I looked at those articles and planned my preparation based on that. Again, my article will also be published on GitHub, so look out for that. Definitely utilized the weekends for preparation. especially in this time frame where we don't have as many social activities. It was definitely a blessing to have these weekends available for the preparation. Google Documents, again, as I mentioned, is a good material to kind of go through, especially around constraints, use cases, access and security scenarios, monitoring and logging. There are some scenarios that I think I would specifically name, like say, for example, in the RDBMS Oracle SQL Server world, you would just alter a table to change the column names. But in BigQuery, you can't just change column names with an alter. So you have to have a workaround on how to change a column name. Such scenarios are really helpful to understand how you can do that. Ensuring that you understand that the schema definition of BigQuery is important, so that when you are defining those schemas, you make sure that you understand these constraints for kind of making sure that you can and cannot do some stuff. Again, BigQuery as is very powerful, but understanding this scenarios do help in defining and describing your schema. Some of the other useful scenarios that I would say go through Google Documents is around security, logging, monitoring. Example, how would you monitor your data flow pipelines? How would you update an existing data flow pipeline? Things like that. So those are really helpful. Take notes so that those notes could be helpful during the review before the exam. Again, review all the practice tests that you do so that you have the concepts clear. Take a deep breath and give the exam, and best of luck for your exam. Thank you.